The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu, reigning by master.
You see how they're messing them? Do you see how disgraceful?
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu,
we are live and we are direct. You may not like it and fight high. If you like it, you don't like it, you don't follow we are live and we are
But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba Biasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuokike Abiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be nobody, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move. Are defending him. Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you're talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria, whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in suya, maybe in kilishi, and that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. Fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it. And confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession. You're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots. You Fulani bigots. You Fulani impostors. You Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obia not to listen. I want Tripas to listen. I want Tripas, this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot listen very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim, putting the army that we have today. Somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason. We are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in Damaturu or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking Janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo, who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo, Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity, Fulani, who are the bandits, Fulani, who are the terrorists in the zoo, Fulani, which people are going about slaughtering and taking over other people's farmlands. It is you. You people are the problem. Unfortunately, some idiots from the south cannot see it. You wanted to show us that you know how to write grammar, writing rubbish about one Nigeria. You are defending something that is indefensible. Indefensible, you fools. Some smelly rats, some smelly garbage, gutter, alamajiri, gutter. The lowest of the low. If it's one of those of their fools talking, I will even understand. From the gutter. Not contributed one single thing to the advancement of the zoo. Not one single contribution has the Fulani ever made. Tell me one national contribution that the Fulani has ever made to the advancement of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just name one thing, absolutely nothing. They want power and control of oil and gas. That's all they need, that's all they want, so they can run your lives for you and control your destiny. And you're not ashamed of yourself to claim that you're educated.
In DSS, called a meeting of all the leaders of the Southeast and said, this is what Nnamdi Kanu said, that he is not part of this. Yet, Every Monday, what happens is this. A few miscreants, and I use the word advisedly, come out, shoot and kill one or two people, and run away, and video it and send across the whole of the Southeast, and everybody is now scared. The governors we met, all of us in the National Assembly we have met, everybody has condemned it. I need the Senate to know that there is no one in the Southeast except the criminals who support this sit-at-home. Their modus operandi is simple. It's just terror. I have called the market leaders in Abia, and I said, you can't continue to stay away. And they told me that the people have threatened to burn their markets at night if they don't stay away. So this is beyond the citizenry coming out to just say, we don't accept it. Because what they have done is to use terror tactics to intimidate a whole region. And we have had meetings with the DSS, and all that the DSS has told us is, listen, these are just a few people. They will come out in one road, they will find somebody just driving along on his way to doing anything, shoot him, and then they will say it is because of sit at home. Take his car away, go and keep it in their den, and later go and sell it. So these are nothing but criminals. So I support this motion, and especially the matter concerning someone who is a dual citizen of Nigeria and Finland, staying in Finland, giving orders, and in fact, giving, I will say, orders that you don't understand why people should accept it here. But then, criminals will always find a reason to do what they want to do. I have also had interactions with the Finnish embassy, and in fact, the United Nations head in Nigeria, who is from Finland. And what she told me was, it is a government-to-government interaction that will lead to a resolution of this, because as a citizen of Finland, that he has a right to express his opinion. But I can tell you, my dear colleagues, each and every one of us has suffered greatly from what is happening in the Southeast. They attacked Senator Carlo when he was doing campaigns. They attacked me. There's nobody they have not tried to intimidate. But we cannot be intimidated because we are in a country that has rule of law. And so I support this motion in its entirety. And when the time comes for the prayers, if there's anything I will add, we will. But we want to urge our colleagues and the rest of Nigeria to see this matter not just as a Southeast matter, but as a matter for Nigeria. I so submit.
All of you have idiotically forgotten. All you evil black people, you people that Lucifer are using as instruments. You children of darkness from Africa, wicked, evil people, you were there when over 500 people were massacred under Obiano at Mpo. You have all forgotten. You're telling me rubbish about unknown gunmen attacking police. You people, what did you say when men were slaughtered at Mpo? You did nothing. Our men must be at alert. You must be at alert. From now, no sleeping. All the young men in Biafra land, no sleeping. Every night you organize yourselves to defend your towns and your villages. DSS and the army are renting houses in and around Anambra State, patrolling in the daytime, abducting in the middle of the night. Because of that, from now, I am telling Obiano from now, I don't want to see or hear that there is any movement of vehicle in Anambra State from 12 midnight to 5 o'clock every day from tonight. 12 midnight to night. Any car that I see in Anambra State, any car moving from 12 midnight will be destroyed, and all occupants will be destroyed, all of them, from tonight. Let me see how you're going to that your kidnapping and that your abduction. From now, this immediately from this minute. 12 midnight every day until further notice. From 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning, I don't want to hear that there is any vehicular movement in Abia State and in Anambra State. No movement of vehicle. Now listen, if your brother, your auntie, your sister is a taxi driver, or they have their own private vehicles, I said there will be no movement of any vehicle. Go and tell the Nigeria Union of Road Transport Workers, even tell Union of Journalists. I do not want to hear that there is any vehicle on the road from 12 midnight, starting from tonight, on 2nd of April, 2021, until further notice. No movement of vehicle from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning. Let me see how they're going to abduct. And every night. Because if we allow the Fulani people to succeed in what they plan to do, we are finished. They have come before time. They are using Obiano. They are using Okezi Bazu. They are using all these wicked and evil people. You call your governors, Hope Uzodema, to perpetrate this of like these people I never heard Obiano come out to condemn Miyetti when they were ravaging Tunukofia. I never heard Obiano come out to say that what is happening is bad. When Miyetti Fulani terrorists, we are sacking villages in Ayabelum until we met them. None of them has ever come out to condemn the massacre of their own people. None. But when it comes to fighting their own people, they are number one champions. Them and anybody supporting them. All of them, we are prepared to die. Don't get me wrong. Yes, we are. But you evil people working for Fulani Janjaweed without shame, you idiots, allowing cattle rearers to be controlling your brain, you idiots will die as well. Check that evil. From tonight, try me and see. Let me hear tomorrow there was a vehicle in Anambra State 12 midnight. God will punish the driver and everybody that the idiot is carrying. I said no vehicle. I don't want to see or hear any vehicle from tonight to further notice. Every landlord in Anambra State must do an audit as to those who are living in their houses. Every landlord in Anambra, I said, if you give your house to army or DSS and from your house our people are abducted, what will happen to that landlord and the family? I'm warning you now so you understand. Our madness have just begun. I am warning all of you, every landlord, do not give house to anybody unless you know who that person is and what they are doing. I am warning all of you. I don't care. You can be lamenting and talking your
onye nyere iwu si anyị wee debe ya onye si na agata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fee arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunie ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkwa onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na ka ha gaa n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọ bụ oke ụwa mgbe e milere Golaịat Chineke nna nke igwe wee memiri Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero bụ ọgụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akọkọ ikuni ọtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ bụ nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị bụ anọkpa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
Good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you this evening to this evening program here in IPOB Western Cape, South African media. We are reaching you live from Western Cape, South Africa, Cape Town to be precise. As you are joining us, I will ask you to kindly share this program, like this program, so that other people may know that we are live. As you already know, Facebook is in the business of trying to subdue our programs. And that is why we always ask you to share our program each time you see us live. Because when you share the program, it goes far and wide, and people may receive notifications. So if you are watching us this evening and you have not shared the program, I beg you to please share the program, because it is very, very wise that other people may join us to hear what we have in stock for Biafrans this evening. I say to you once again, welcome. We are reaching you from South Africa. This is IPOB Western Cape South Africa media, saying it the way it is, without fear, without favor. In this program, we are not here to speak like other people do. We are here with the raw truth, the raw gospel, and we try our best to follow the lead. Our leader we follow. So, you may be wondering why we don't attract traffic in this page. Yes, we don't attract traffic just because we are not here for drama. We are not here for saga. We are not here for name calling. We are here to speak the truth. And you know, as they say, truth is always bitter. And truth is unpopular. But only those who like truth, who love truth, will like what we are doing. But those who want to cover evil, those who have mistaken the struggle for personal vendetta, those who have decided and swore that they will keep fighting each time they appear on every program, they fight, they call names, they left the most important thing, which is the freedom of Onyendu. They left what is important, which is the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra, and they are busy throwing punches, attacking persons, and making the struggle look as if it is for personal interest. But here in IPOB, Western Cape, South Africa media, we have jettisoned every act of attacking people for no reason. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in our code of conduct that attack for the sake of attack should not be condoned in IPOB and in this Biafran struggle. But today people have turned against each other. Some people have left what we are doing and they have met their fellow comrades, their targets, their Biafran, their struggle, their everything. But here in Western Cape, South African media, we are doing it like none other. We are facing what is facing us. We are not chasing rats while our homes are on fire. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, wherever you are, we ask you to connect to us this evening. Connect to this program, connect to IPOB Western Cape, set notifications so that each time we are live, you will receive notification and you will join us, because here we are speaking nothing but the truth. And we are not going to go back. We are not called by anybody. We are the children of Elohim, and we are the followers and disciples of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And like they say, like father, like son. IPOB is the first son of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We cannot afford to disappoint Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has said it, he has prophesied it, he said, "You will disappoint me, but I will never disappoint you." Ask yourself, have you disappointed Onyendu? By your actions and conduct today in this struggle, ask yourself this pertinent question. Ask yourself this question that is so deep, only you could answer yourself in all truth and honesty. Have you disappointed Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If you have not disappointed Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are welcome to this platform. This is where you belong. But if you are those who have disappointed Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I ask you to repent. Change your ways. For today is still early. My name is Mazi Onyebuchi. I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator. I am the host of this program. With all pleasure, I serve Biafra here. I send my greetings to my leader in Western Cape, South Africa, Mazi Innocent Alia. Send my greetings to all IPOB coordinators and deputy coordinators, those executive of IPOB Western Cape, those who are working assiduously, who have not disappointed, who have not capitulated, those who have not followed the crowd to do evil. I know that the pressure to join the bandwagon is too much. The pressure to slow down, the pressure to go back, the pressure to look behind, the pressure to jettison what we are doing for the same reason that so many people has disappointed you. Listen to me. If you are IPOB, a real IPOB, a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whether you are here in Western Cape, South Africa, wherever you find yourself in the whole world, I want you to hold it there. Stand there. Do not go back. Do not look behind you. Focus on the goal. Focus on the agenda. The only reason why you are here is to restore Biafra. So I say to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, depending where you are viewing this program from. I want you to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a crime has been committed against him. And the world is going about their businesses as if nothing has happened. Everybody is going about his or her business as if nothing has happened. And the question you will ask yourself is why? In a world where there are people who are presenting themselves as human rights protectors, in the likes of America, in the likes of Britain, in the likes of European Union, and otherwise, all of them have kept silent. They kept mute today. All of them are talking about Niger. From Ukraine now, Niger is in the center of attraction. But nobody is talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, they have tried, or they are still trying, to see if they can shut it out completely by making sure that Biafrans stop sitting at home every Monday. This is a crime that is going on against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have done everything possible within their power, within their strength, to see how they could block Monday sit at home, but Biafrans insisted that Monday sit at home on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafrans has vowed that they will continue to protest for their own, for one of their own. They have vowed that they will continue to protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no matter how long it will take. They have been called all sort of names. Biafra has been called all sort of names by the politicians, by the Nigerian agents, stooges in our land, by the governors, by the senators. In the lives of Abaribe, he has called Biafrans names. He has called them criminals. He has called them urchins. He has called them miscreants, just because Biafrans decided to protest and speak in one voice for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why all this hate? Why have they ganged up against one man to see that they finish him and forget about him? You that is watching this program this evening, I want to make a revelation to you this evening. And this is nothing but the truth. The only reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been released is because those politicians from the southeastern Nigeria refused that he should be released. Don't take my word for it. But let me tell you the truth. Those politicians in the southeastern part of Nigeria does not want Onyendu Kanu to be released. Igbo politicians. Igbo politicians are the people who are keeping Mazi Kanu in the DSS dungeon. I say to you, do not take my word for it. But I am making a very, very serious revelations to you this evening. Nigerian government is not the one holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison. It's not Nigerian government. They don't have the capacity. Ọkwa oke nọ n'ụlọ gwara nke nọ n'ama na azụrụ na ngịga. It is the Igbo politicians. Ndị Igbo is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in DSS dungeon. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you the reason why I got these revelations, and I got it 101%. Let me tell you the story, how everything started. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2015, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested when he visited Biafra land. In Lagos, they stopped him and arrested him. They threw him into prison where he spent more than 2 years. After series of courts, judgments, after series of protests, after so many Biafrans were murdered because they are protecting for the release of their leader. After all that, Nigerian senators convened and told the Nigerian government to grant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a stringent bails so that they can be able to cage him, so that they can be able to control him, which the Nigerian government, without no choice before them, agreed with the Igbo politicians. What I'm telling you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it by himself. He said that these people, those politicians, the likes of Abaribe, who are calling the Biafrans today urchins, miscreants, criminals. The reason why Abaribe took Shoti for Onyendu is so that he could control him, so that he could cage him, so that he could dictate for Onyendu, peradventure, so he could, maybe he could succeed in diverting his attention to Nigerian politics. But as you know, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is unstoppable. When the bail was granted, Abaribe and co jumped in and trying to play a good tribal man, they offered to stand Shoti for Onyendu. After that being done, they couldn't control Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Nigerian government came to kill Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where 28 solid Biafran brave men gave their life in defense of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. By providence, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saved and smuggled out of Nigeria after months of undergoing treatments and recovery. Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared in Israel, and the struggle continued. Now, in June 2021, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya. After he was kidnapped, after 8 days of torture, and after 8 days of dehumanization, he was extraordinarily renditioned back to Nigeria in conjunction with Kenya government. The same Kenya government joined their hands with Nigeria to commit this crime against humanity, to commit this crime against Biafrans. Today, they have forgotten this story, but I'm going to tell it to you, listening to me this evening, so that you could refresh your mind. That is exactly what I'm saying. I'm not telling you what you don't know. No. What I'm trying to do, in case if you have forgotten where we are, in case if you have forgotten where we stopped, you could not remember. I'm trying to refresh your mind. After Mazen Kanu was brought back to Nigeria, he was being charged to court. After amending the charges against him, 15 of them, Mazen Kanu defeated them all. A high court in Abia State found Nigeria guilty and instructed the Nigerian government to, as a matter of urgency, release Mazen Kanu, apologize to him, pay him compensation, and send him back to wherever they got him from. Subsequent to that, Supreme Court sitting in Abuja, after going through the remaining 7-count charges against Mazen Kanu, they struck it out with the reason that a crime was committed. Nigeria has broken her own law. Nigerian government broke every treaty that he signed internationally. Nigerian government broke their own constitution just to kidnap Mazen Kanu. Surprise, surprise, some of Igbo extractions are part of this deal. Some of them may be found in IPOB. Some of them in the political political hierarchy of Nigeria, of Igbo extraction. They colluded. Those who could collect money collected money, and they gave a kiss of death to their leader, who has given all for them. Today, after Supreme Court of Nigeria, after Appeal Court of Nigeria, sitting in Abuja, struck the remaining 7-count charges against Mazen Kanu. They now ordered that Nigerian government, but for the matter of urgency, should release Mazen Kanu immediately. And after releasing Mazen Kanu, they should never, in the future, try Mazen Kanu or arrest him for this issue. And they should return him to wherever he wishes. This was the judgment of the appeal court in 2022. Nigerian government refused to release Mazen Kanu. Nigerian government refused to obey the order and directives of their own courts. Rather, they went to Supreme Court. And from 2022 till today, as I'm talking to you, Appeal Court has not found it worthy to make their final judgment on this case. And from what I'm hearing, it looks like 14th of September is not going to be possible again. Looks like they have adjourned, or rather pushed the date forward to 28th of September. Now, this is where I got my conviction that the same people who are keeping Mazen Kanu and not Nigerian government. Tinubu is not keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but he is being used as a proxy. The people that is keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the Igbo elites, the Ohaneze, the governors, the senators, the likes of Abaribe. All they are the ones. Because few days ago, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo called the government, President Tinubu, to grant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bail and release him to them. Ohaneze Ndi Igbo said they are going to stand shorty for a man. Listen to me. The person that I'm talking about has no case as it is at this moment as I'm talking to you. Onyendu MNK has no case. He has no case in Nigeria. There is no charges against him. He is purely a prisoner of conscience. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegally being kept in DSS dungeon. And Ohaneze Ndi Igbo is asking Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to them on shorty. And why do you think they want him to be released on shorty? So that they could control him, so that they could dictate for him, so that they could, for the matter of their own benefit, end Biafran agitation for good. Do you know that this information I am giving you this evening, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo knew perfectly that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not have any case. In fact, Nigerian government has to pay Mazi Nnamdi Kanu damages for keeping him in detention unlawfully. Ohaneze Ndi Igbo should be suing Nigerian government for keeping one of their sons illegally in detention. Ohaneze Ndi Igbo should be calling the UN, the AU, the EU, the European Union, the Americans to pressure on Nigeria to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This should be what they should be doing by now. But do you know why they are not doing it? Because they are the ones keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where he is today. They have tried to manipulate this issue, but because Chukwu Okike Abiama Premiere is with us in this struggle. Because what we are doing is the work of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing what Chukwu Okike Abiama wants him to do. That was the reason why Appeal Court of Nigeria was able to pass that judgment against Nigeria. And today, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, Igbo politicians in the ranks of senators, governors, and name them, they are running helter-skelter. They don't know what to do. Now they ask Nigerian government, do not release him. Keep him there. Now they have tried to break to IPOB. They have tried everything to put up the flames of IPOB. They have used the people that should be urging IPOB forward. They should be calling their friends to do more for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have used people, everybody that they could lay their hands. If you are willing to play balls on Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, Igbo governors, Igbo politicians, they are willing to work with you. They have done everything possible to break IPOB. They have done everything possible to see that IPOB is permanently destroyed. But as you know, you cannot break IPOB. You can't. Because in IPOB, we do not have any other leader. No other leader. In IPOB, we have but one leader, who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that leader is in prison. He is in DSS dungeon. So if you want to speak to anybody, you should go and speak to him, not to us. We are not in the position to do anything. Nobody. Wherever that person may be found, you may see him having that name, head of directorate, this, that, commander of this, commander of that. No. He cannot tell IPOB what to do. The only person that could tell IPOB what to do is Onyendu MNK. And the only person that Biafrans listens to is Mazi Nnamdi. And Mazi Nnamdi is nowhere to be found. The Nigerian government is keeping Mazi Nnamdi incommunicado. We don't hear from him. We can't see him. Biafrans are asking questions. Where have you kept our leader? What are you doing with our leader? Is anything wrong with our leader? And you that is coming to tell Biafrans to end sit at home, that Mazi Nnamdi said so. Have you asked yourself this question? If you take away the bread I have, what are you going to give me to keep myself alive? You promised me that there is rice and stew garnished with chicken somewhere for me. I have not seen it. I can't even touch it. I can't see it with my eyes. But the little bread I have, you are asking me to give it away. I should throw it to the gutter. So that, let's eat good food somewhere. You have told me this several times and you failed me. This time around, I insist. I want to see that rice and stew in my hands before I can drop this bread I have in my hand. Because half bread, they say, is better than none. The only thing that Biafrans have as a leverage today to ask for their leader is sit at home. The same sit at home is what Nigerian politicians and Nigerian governments are working, doing everything possible to see if they could snuff it out of Biafrans. But thanks to Biafrans has insist. They insist that Mazi Nnamdi or sit at home continue. So if you as a Ohaneze, if you as a governor, if you as a senator, if you want it at home, Biafrans will listen to you. Go and free Mazi Nnamdi. Ask the Nigerian government to do so. It is your right to do so. If you don't have anything to tell Nigerian government, tell them that Mazi Nnamdi has no case to answer as it is today. Tell them, if Igbo politicians or Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, if they could call one meeting, just a meeting, for Mazi Nnamdi release, Nigerian government will start asking questions. Nigerian government will start shaking. Nigerian government will start trembling. Because they know that if they could join their voices together to ask that Nigerian government should release their son to them, who commits no crime, I don't know how a man will allow his son to be in prison without going to fight for him. You want Mazi Nnamdi to be released on bail. Which case? Which bail? You want Mazi Nnamdi to be released as a shorty. Are you standing a shorty for him? Is Mazi Nnamdi a criminal? Has Mazi Nnamdi committed any crime? Has any court in Nigerian government able to condemn Mazi Nnamdi of any offense? Mazi Nnamdi has not done anything that warranted him being given to you as a shorty. You should be asking the Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. You should be asking the Nigerian government to obey their own court order. They should obey their own court. That is the simplest thing to ask. The reason why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking, the reason why I'm talking now boldly without fear is because the Court of Appeal has discharged the case and set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free. Why should I be afraid of asking for him to be released? Why should I go back and ask the government to grant him bail? Bail under what? Under which case? Which case is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answering? Which case? Which case are you asking Nigerian government to give you bail, give him bail on? Which case? Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. You people has failed us. But time shall tell. When the time comes, you will answer the question that is begging for answer today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime known to law. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing is asking for what belongs to him. It is only in Nigeria that freedom fighters are called terrorists. Only in Nigeria. No other place. A man who has not taken up arms against Nigeria, a man who has not killed anybody, is being called a terrorist. And because they called him terrorist, they broke their own laws and their treaties which they signed to go and kidnap him and brought him back to Nigeria to answer a frivolous cases. They left Fulani herdsmen walking up and down freely. They grant Boko Haram amnesty, send them to school, and constitute them into Nigerian army. They send the same Boko Haram down to our land to kill us. I want to show you the real terrorists. The people that, it is amazing, it is appalling that terrorists are walking free while freedom fighters are languishing in jail. Terrorists are being released on basis of repentant terrorists. Why a freedom fighter who commits no crime, who has committed no murder, who has done nothing, is being kept in prison? I want to show you the people that Nigerian government called terrorists, repentant terrorists. I want to show you the crime, the abomination that is going on, that is happening in Nigeria on a daily basis. And the same people will be caught tomorrow, and after 1 month, they will release them and tag them repentant terrorists. Now, I want you to look at this video and tell me.
Allah uwayenmu muna cikin wani hali, muna cikin bala'i. Tun tsohuwar gwamnati muke cikin bala'i, yau kwanan mu 174 cikin daji, ya kama kwanan wata 6 kenan, ba kwana 6. Dan tsalkin mulkin Allah, dan girma Allah uwayenmu, ku taimaka ku anshe mu, duniya ba mu da gatan da ya wuce ku. Tsohuwar gwamnati ta kasa an san mu, sabuwar gwamnati Dauda Lawan Dare, dan girma Allah ka taimaka mana, dan tsalkin mulkin Allah. Duniya ba mu da gata, ni dai marainiya ce, baba na ya rasu, dan girma Allah ku taimaka mana, dan girma Allah. Mahaiyata ɗaya ita ma ba ta da ƙarfi, dan Allah ku taimaka mana uwayenmu, ku je ku nemi arziki, dan Allah. Bayan Allah ga sun ce wallahi auren da mu za su yi cikin dajin ganin da sati ɗaya wallahi ko.
Kare ku yan sha bakwai za a ba ku.
Girma Allah gwamnati ya yi Aminu dan Allah dan darajar tsarkin mulkin Ubangiji ga ku bari a auren da mu wurin da ku ja su mamu ku kai su a wurin Dauda. Dauda Allah a gatan mu kai a gatan mu uwayen mu ba su da shi ka ba tsarkin mulkin Ubangiji ka taimaka mu na gan mu walakanta wurin ga dan Allah dan darajar Annabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa sallam wallahi ba mu da gata yanzu kai muka hari dan Allah. Dan girma Allah baba na abubuwa na magoya abu na dan Allah baba na mana ya fubu mama na mana mama na mana mawa dan girma Allah ku ya yi mana abin da na fubu dan girma Allah ku tausaya ku yadda mu cikin wannan rayuwa da Allah baba sai an ce aure da mu za a yi lawali da Allah ga ku bari na ya kasu da girma Allah dan Allah ya kasu mu ya yi lawali ku taimake mu dan girma Allah dan Allah baba mu Allah wannan da girma Allah ku taimake wallahi rayu ku taimake mu Ibrahim ku taimake mu da Allah Ibrahim ya Ibrahim baba Abubakar yaya Aminu ku taimaka mu
Deka. Kai, wani ya dawo nan rabe. Mai huɗa ko? Kai, stop.
Kai tashi ka kawo ka tashi
Allahu Akbar. Stop. Wait, Dogo. Malamin zata kaka buga su. Ka cire kallon da ke fuskan ku dukan ku cire kallon din kai duka ku cire kallon da ke fuskan ku duka kowa ya cire daurin da ke kan shi kai yana ba za ku cire ba kenan
wani bayani zaki
kowa ya cire ku cire a rige hannu
wani bayani zaki iya yi kai
Yes. What you just watched, the videos you just watched now, is one or two cases out of hundreds of cases like this happening in Nigeria on a daily basis. And the same people, the same terrorists, Fulani terrorists, who commit these crimes, if caught, arrested tomorrow by Nigerian government and thrown to prison, after 6 months, they will be released and they'll be walking up and down, freely going about their businesses. These are staunch terrorists. These Fulani people, they are committing this thing, this crime on a daily basis. You will not hear it in the news. If you are waiting to hear this in the news, you are not serious. You can never see it or hear it anywhere in the news. But this is what is happening in Nigeria on a daily basis. These crimes, this terrorism is being committed by only one tribe, Fulanis. Fulani tribe has been committing atrocities, terrorism in Nigeria, being shielded by Nigerian government. And they are walking up and down. But a man who have come out to say, free my people, let my people go, is being termed terrorist. Kidnapped, arrested, and thrown into prison. One Nigerianist prefers these terrorist Fulanis to be walking free without disturbance than to a freedom fighter like Mazi Kanu to be allowed to go free. That is the evil of Nigeria. Nigeria is evil. Both their government, both their citizens, all of them are evil. Why would you be doing this to people? Did you see what happened there? The terrorist Fulani man is shooting those guys with AK-47, condemning their legs. If not for one of them who came to stop him, he will carry on. In fact, he was about to kill somebody, a woman there, before that guy stopped him. You see all these people here, some of them will die there. Some will be set free after ransom. And they will be going, everything will be moving as if nothing is happening. But IPOB is being haunted. You will not see a Fulani terrorist, a Fulani politician. You will not see a Fulani governor coming out to condemn these people you see. But if it is in our land, they will come out and be condemning those who are fighting for their freedom. Abaribe has the audacity and impetus to come on National Assembly calling Biafrans criminals, urchins, and what is the other one he called them? Abaribe forgot that the Biafrans are sitting at home protesting for the release of Mazi Kanu. Abaribe did not deem it fit to question Nigerian government. Why have you decided to keep an innocent man in the SS dungeon? Why have you decided not to release Mazi Kanu? Abaribe has not called those who kidnapped Mazi Kanu criminals. Abaribe is a part of the kidnapping of Mazi Kanu because all of them are part of the government. Did you see them Igbo politicians or senators stage a walkout for the reason that crime has been committed against their kinsmen and against their fellow kinsmen? Have you? Maybe one or two times they will come and perform their shenanigans, calling Nigerian government release Mazi Kanu. If they want Mazi Kanu to be released today, let me tell you something. Mazi Kanu will be released. They know what to do. They know how to go about it. The same way Fulanis will go about it if one of them is being kidnapped. You cannot even dare to kidnap a Fulani But Igbo people, Igbo politician, Igbo elder in the name of Ohaneze will watch and go in alliance with the enemy of his people just because he wants to get one or two accolades. They are the people keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why today they are after IPOB. Or don't you know that they are after IPOB? Igbo politicians are after IPOB. If you don't know it, you are a fool. Igbo politicians, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, they are after IPOB. Because to them, if they succeed in destroying IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will have no other choice. But Chukwu Abiyama has stationed IPOB in a different dimensional ways that you cannot even dictate it, not talk of destroying it. Even if I, Mazi Ebuchi, join them today, another person will spring up. Biafran struggle is spiritual. You cannot control spirit. You cannot control it. You cannot destroy IPOB. Quit trying. Go for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ask Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Call the attention of the United Nations. Call the attention of EU. Call the attention of Americans. Let them know that a crime was committed. I know that Britain is part of this crime. That is why I'm not surprised when they have frustrated every means, every move to get them to play, to get them to take action, to get them to make a statement against a British citizen that was kidnapped by their former colony. Let me tell you something. Britain will never call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you are waiting for it, come out of that dream. Britain is part and parcel of this crime. The only time that Britain will call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is when you wake up, when I wake up, when IPOB wake up from their slumber, because as it is right now, IPOB is slumbering. Yes. If not for the individual efforts, IPOB as organization is not doing anything. They have failed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB have failed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am telling you, if you like, believe me. If you don't like, call me names. I don't care. All I'm here to do is to tell the truth. I am IPOB. I am a very proud one for that matter. But let me tell you the truth. IPOB have failed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only reason why it seems like Igbo politicians are winning this battle. The only reason why it seems as if the Nigerian government and Britain are winning this battle is because IPOB have failed to play their own parts. If IPOB is playing their own part, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been released by now. Let me tell you the truth. Ask yourself as IPOB, what have we been doing? For these past 2 years and counting, what have we as IPOB have been doing? What? We are not doing anything. If you give birth to a child, a male child, and from the day you gave birth to him, you've been teaching him everything he should do as a man, how to be a man, how to stand on his own, how to stand on his feet. You train him in primary school, in high school, in university. You even pay for his masters. And he's right now, it's time for him to stand on his feet as a man. Even when you are not there, you will be convinced wherever you are that you have a replacement who should know better. On your coming back, you learned that your son have failed. What are you going to say to that son? You have to go for DNA test to find out if indeed the same blood is running in his vein. What have we learned from Mazen Kanu? What did we learn from 2015 when Mazen Kanu was first arrested? What did we learn from there? We should learn something from what happened in 2015. We should progress from there. We should have built our struggle from there. What was the experience? What was the lessons of 2015? What did we learn? Aren't we supposed to build on that? But today, we are as if we just joined this struggle yesterday. We don't know what to do. IPOB doesn't know what to do. IPOB is confused. IPOB is like a son that was fed and trained. After training him and feeding him, he became useless to his father and to his mother. You that is watching me, since Mazen Kanu kidnapped, since all these shenanigans, since all these quests to destroy IPOB and Biafran struggle, have you capitulated? Have you been attending meetings, monthly meetings? Have you been paying your monthly dues? Have you been paying your ESN support? Have you been following the IPOB code of conduct? Do you still believe that we have only one leader? Do you still believe in the leadership of Mazen Kanu? Do you still believe that Mazen Kanu is the only leader that IPOB and Biafra have at this moment? If you still believe in these things, congratulations to you. You haven't failed Onyendu. If Onyendu should come out tomorrow and learn that you play such parts, he will shake you and congratulate you. But if you are among those who have disappointed Mazen Kanu, you join the enemies to call IPOB scam. You join the enemies to condemn IPOB code of conduct and its dictates. You stop paying your dues. You stop paying your ESN. You stop doing what you've been doing when Mazen Kanu was there with us. It's a shame. You are a disappointment. Not just to Mazen Kanu, but to Biafra. You are not qualified to identify as a Biafran. I will not disappoint Mazen Kanu. That is why I am in this page talking to you. Because I see that so many people have disappointed Mazen Kanu. Those who should be talking to us, those who should be reminding us where we began and where we are today, all of them has fallen. Those who have been there, they failed woefully. IPOB code of conduct should be the map. It should not be played with. Get rid of it, and you lost, and you are lost totally in this struggle. Marry it, and thank you, you will go far. Mazen Kanu will be heartbroken wherever he is. that IPOB could not do one thing for him. Even the lawyers are confused. Don't you notice that? Do you know that Mazen the Kanu's legal team, that they are also confused? You don't know? Hey, if you don't know that they are confused, I am telling you today, that was why some months ago, Zekome came and was asking the Nigerian government to either transfer Mazen the Kanu to Kuje prison or grant him bail. Is that not confusion? A man of his caliber should know better. Ezekome should know that Mazen the Kanu does not have case. Ezekome should know that Mazen the Kanu was discharged. Ezekome should know that Mazen the Kanu is being illegally detained. Ezekome should know better. But Ezekome turned around and was asking the Nigerian government to grant Mazen the Kanu bail or transfer him to prison, instead of him to stand and demand that his client, whom the Court of Appeal has discharged and set free, should be released to him. No wonder the Nigerian government is pushing him up and down. He's not resisting anything. He's not. He's resistant. Like he's not resisting them. Today they will tell him that, okay, tomorrow your client is coming to court. In the next hour they will call him. No, your client is going to coming to court again. He'll be coming to court in the next 6 months. Ozokome will say, as you wish, my lord. He is confused. All of them are confused. Do you know why they are confused? Because IPOB failed. IPOB failed to stand up to the occasion. IPOB failed to do what they should do. These lawyers should be building on what IPOB is doing. These lawyers should be feasting on what IPOB is doing. These lawyers should be pressuring the Nigerian government on what IPOB is doing. But the little one that Biafrans are doing, they want it to be killed so that Mazen the Kanu will remain there in forever. Do you know why they are delaying? Why they are telling the Nigerian government to please wait a little bit longer? They want to see, they want to keep trying. Maybe IPOB, what is left of IPOB, will completely die off. The reason why they are telling the Nigerian government, don't release him now. Wait, delay titles. Let us delay a bit. They are going to fall. What is left of IPOB will collapse. You can see those are supposed to be doing something. They are not doing something. In fact, you can see that some of them is on our side. You know, remember that during the election time, some of them left the struggle and were campaigning for Peter Obi. You see, that is why we told you to keep just delay. Wait a bit. They are going to, the remaining ones, those stubborn ones, just wait. They are going to join us. They are going to denounce Biafra. IPOB. If you are in the helm of affair of IPOB, if you come across this video, I am ashamed of you. Mazen the Kanu is ashamed of you. And Biafrans are ashamed of you. Do you know what you should do long time ago? Like 2021. You should have resigned. It doesn't take you anything to resign. I know that a black man will rather die than to resign. But the most honorable thing for you to do now is to resign. Resign. If you resign, you will do yourself a great service. I am telling you, it's obvious that you can't do anything. You can't do nothing. IPOB is diminishing, and you are there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is languishing, and you are there. All you are telling us is to wait, is to wait. You are doing something underground. You are doing something underground. What are you doing underground, my brother? What are you doing underground? What is chasing you is on the surface. You went underground. If you want to fight, you have to come on the surface to fight. Enough of you being underground. Enough. IPOB, if you are one of those in IPOB, helm of affair, I call on you today, whether you have collected money or not. What is important now is that your name is at stake. You have to do something. The last thing, in fact, the best thing you can do now is to resign. You have collected money, okay, you resign. The person you collected money from don't have any option again. So that you can give way for those who are willing. Stop causing confusion. We need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Those who want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released are calling, asking questions. What are we doing? What are we doing then? Are we going to fold our hands and watch why our leader is being suffering for committing no crime? What have you been doing? What have you learned? What have you learned all these years that you've been working with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The life of a freedom fighter is not bread and butter. It's not easy. If you want easy life, why do you join why do you join IPOB? Why do you join freedom fighting? You blocked way for those who could have done something. We must rise up to the occasion. IPOB must rise up to the occasion. You see what those terrorists are doing to those people in this video I just played. Shooting them. Live ammunition with AK-47. These are staunch, hardened terrorists. Fulani terrorists. You see the first set of women, children, or would I call them women? Set of girls. Before they will leave that camp, they will be pregnant. They will make sure that they impregnate them. If they are with HIV, they will contract them with HIV. They will give them all manner of sexual transmitted diseases just because they are Nigerians. This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting against. And the Nigerian government went and kidnapped him and tagged him terrorist. Nigerian government cannot prove that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has killed anybody. They can't prove it. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a free man. Because the Nigerian government could not hang any murder of anybody on his neck. The terrorists are moving freely in Nigeria, kidnapping on daily basis, wiping out villages. If you go to middle belt of Nigeria, you will cry, you will shed tears. But Nigerian government left all these people. They went all the way to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you IPOB, you don't see anything wrong about it. You don't think we should do something to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? You don't think we should protest? You don't think we should ask questions? those who have the balls to ask questions, you tag them one name or the other. You join the politicians to call them criminals. You think by calling them criminals, they will leave what they are doing. No. Criticism cannot stop a determined person. If you don't want to do something, why are you against those or that person who is doing something? If you think you don't need to do something for your leader, it's okay. But allow those people or that person who said no, over my dead body will I watch this crime, this injustice pass by. Just like that. And you that will always come on your page to cast aspersions, to attack individuals, to attack people. Let me tell you something. We have to grow up. A fool at 40, they say is a fool forever. You have done it. You have been doing it. It's time for you to join your voices together with me to ask this question. Have we failed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Have IPOB failed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? This is a very, very pertinent question. Have IPOB failed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If not for Biafrans today, Monday sit at home would have been a forgotten thing. But Biafrans insisted. Biafrans said to Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, yes, our leader. We know how painful it is. We know how you love us and how you want everything to go well for us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we know, we understand your pain and grief. But we also know that you are there because of us. We also understand that a crime was committed against you because of us. Biafrans said to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when you are being tied, when your hands are tied, your legs are tied, you cannot free yourself. Someone that is not tied will do the untying for you. Allow us to tie you, untie you. Allow us to fight for you. Allow us to suffer for you. Allow us to lose money for you. Allow us to go without food for you. Allow us. You have given up your freedom for us. You have given up your throne for us. You have done everything. You have showed us unimaginable love, passion. You have proven to us that in you we have leader. Please, allow us to do this one thing, this small thing. This is the least we can do. Monday sit at home must continue. We want to keep sitting at home. And Biafrans have never failed. They keep sitting. Even when so many people have come out to say, they are sitting at home because of fear. They are sitting at home because of this. My brother, Biafrans, I have listened to so many people on ground. I have listened to market leaders. I have some of them in contact. They are not doing what they are doing out of fear, but out of love for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They said this is the least they can do for him. They said it. So you that is using all manner of tactics to cajole Biafrans into abandoning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you failed. I have said it in my previous program that enough of going to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and lying to him. So many people, some of these people that go to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu end up lying to him. You know why? Because they have groups now. Remember, in IPOB Code of Conduct, grouping is abomination. There is no grouping in IPOB. But today, we have groups. We have group number 1. We have group number 2. We have group number 3. We have group number 4. And we have lawyers representing each group. I know you may not understand. So, these lawyers that is working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they as well share themselves representing each of these groups. And whenever they go to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they speak in favor or on behalf of their own group. Lying to Onyendu, I want you to repent. If you are a lawyer, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, and you find yourself in this category, run for your life. Repent. Drop that rubbish. Visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Tell him what you are planning to do for him to be freed. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asks you about IPOB, tell him nothing but the truth. Don't tell him that IPOB. So that those who are asking for his reason are killing Biafrans. No freedom fighter is killing any Biafran. Nobody will kill those he is fighting for. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not killed Biafrans. Nobody, not his people, not those who love him. They are not killing Biafran. If you see any Biafran being killed, know it that it is Nigerian government killing them. Don't mistake freedom fighters with Nigerian government activities. Nigerian government has been killing people. They have been killing IPOB. They have been killing Biafrans. I am going to prove it to you now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said something about it. I just want you to remember what I want to do now. I want to play it for you, show you this clip, and I just want to remind you that Nigerian government is the one killing Biafrans, and they have made it a duty that each time Biafrans stand up to ask questions, they will try to turn the table. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu understands.
All of you have idiotically forgotten. All you evil black people, you people that Lucifer are using as instruments. You children of darkness from Africa, wicked, evil people, you were there when over 500 people were massacred under Obiano at Mpo. You have all forgotten. You're telling me rubbish about unknown gunmen attacking police. You people, what did you say when men were slaughtered at Mpo? You did nothing. Our men must be at alert.
He didn't say when Biafrans were slaughtering Biafrans. He didn't say it. But today, the same people have turned around to tell you that it is Biafrans, it's freedom fighters that are killing each other. And you that, I don't know if you should go and ask your mother who impregnated you. Because so I am very certain that some of the people you see today parading themselves, answering Emeka, Chibuzo, Chizoba, some of them are not Biafra, real Biafra. Some of them are Fulanis. Because these people are kidnapping. You can see this, the video I played before. Those women, they are leaving that camp wherever they are kept, pregnant. Some of them will never say, it is Fulani that kidnapped me, impregnated me. No. They will born that child and give him Igbo name. And tomorrow, you will be acting like useless person. And someone will thinking you are part of our blood. No! You should go to the north and look for your father. A real Biafran has brain. Our brain is always active. Nigerian government has been killing our people. From the beginning, they have been killing Biafrans. They have been slaughtering us. Why do you think they have stopped? Have we stopped asking for freedom? Have we stopped? They didn't kill us because of any crime that we committed. The reason why they were killing us, the reason why they proscribe IPOB is not because IPOB was killing people. It's not because IPOB were kidnapping people. It's not because IPOB were taking ransom. No. The only reason why they were killing IPOB, massacring them in Aba, in Onitsha, in Enugu, in Ebonyi, in all cities of Biafra land, is because they were asking for freedom. Ask yourself, you that is confused, have we stopped asking for freedom? If we have not stopped asking for freedom, why do you think that they will stop killing us? Why do you think that someone who went all the way, breaking all international treaties, just to kidnap your leader, do you think that if this person sees you, he's going to spare you? Do you think so? Do you think that somebody who killed your father will spare you? If you believe so, then you are the most foolish people on this earth. We know who is killing us. We should not look the other way around. We should put our focus on them. The Nigerian terrorists, military and police, DSS, they are the ones killing us. They disguise themselves and they came to kill us. And they kill us and they target on us. And some of us believe it. Very, very sad. Very, very sad that we allowed ourselves to be reasoning this way. Fellow Biafrans, I just want you to keep asking questions. Do not take your eyes off the ball. Ask that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released. If you see anybody who is talking about how to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, support him, share his program so that the world may know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being kept illegally in DSS dungeon. You should always endeavor to share the programs of those people who are speaking out, who are speaking up. Those people who are calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he should be released. I am calling for his release. He committed no crime. The Nigerian Appeal Court has done what? Has testified to this effect. Why is Supreme Court still wasting time? What is their motive? What is their aim? What will be the end game for this time wasting? After wasting all this time, are you going to pay compensation for wasting the time of an innocent man? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been set free. A crime was committed against him. British government is aware. British government is involved. British government is afraid of Biafra emergence. The British government is afraid of Biafrans. British government believe that if Biafra comes, they have lost everything that they have worked for in all their lives in the colony. The British government has regretted ever bringing Biafrans into their contraption. If you don't know that UK hate Biafrans, I am telling you tonight, they hate us. They do not love us. They will go to any mile to see that we are wiped out of this planet. They tried it in 1967 to 1970. They wanted us to be wiped out of the surface of this world. But Chukwuemeka Abbiama refused. At the end of the day, they ended up killing millions of us. Thinking that we will never rise to ask what happened to our forefathers. Thinking that we will never ask questions. Today we are here. Today we are asking questions. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking questions. They now went to kidnap him by proxy. Using Nigerian government. They think we don't know the role they played. Britain, we know the role you play in the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We know. We know it. But with time, we shall tell you the remaining details, how you did it. But don't think that we don't know that you are part and parcel of this. After all, you have not proven us wrong. Have you spoken out? Have you asked questions? Have you called Nigerian to ask Nigerian government, why have you kidnapped a citizen of UK? Why? He was traveling on your passport, United Kingdom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was having your passport, traveling on with it. Have you asked the Nigerian government and Kenya what happened to your citizen who flew direct from UK to Kenya? You cannot stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Nigerian government must free him as a matter of urgency. Nigerian government should free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ohaneze, you should stop deceiving yourself. Don't ask for shorty. We know your pranks. We know. We know it. You cannot ask for shorty because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not commit any crime. Nigerian government could not convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So, why are you asking for his bail? Under which bail? Under which application? What are you going to use to ask for bail? You should know better. I'm not teaching you what you already know. But I'm telling you tonight to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I thank you, fellow Biafrans, for listening to me this evening. I thank you so much because I know that as you listen to me, you have gone through the lines of what I have said this evening. I want you to keep praying for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Keep praying for his release. Keep praying for him. Call for his release. Very, very important. I want you to remain blessed, fellow Biafrans. Until I come your way again, I say to you, may Chukwuemeka Abbiama bless you. Good night from